Hey guys, what's up? So I'm just gonna go over why I think Zafina is the worst character in Tekken 8. So she received a lot of nerfs from Tekken 7. Obviously we all know she was extremely strong in Tekken 7, but in this game she is definitely a different beast. So I'm gonna go over some of the nerfs that she received from Tekken 7. So we can start with 443. So 443 used to counter at launch, but as you can see it doesn't anymore. So that's already a pretty bad start. Like she does get Scarecrow 3-3 guaranteed, but you have to remember it used to be a counter at launcher, so this is definitely like a huge nerf. Another move is downward 3-4. This used to be 14 frame, but now it's 15 frame. So her punishment game is extremely weak right now. And it's stuff like 1-3 got a damage nerf, downward 1-4 got a damage nerf, while standing 4 got a damage nerf. So her punishment game is pretty weak right now. It is probably the worst in the game overall. Also, while standing 4 also got a damage nerf. So she's not going to be able to launch. So she has to do while standing 3 for 12 frame. But she has a long way to go before she can launch. So 442 is also not a counter launcher anymore. As you can see, it just gives a knockdown, which is pretty big because it was extremely strong as a homing move before. But now it doesn't counter launch anymore, so that's pretty big. A huge nerf for her is she doesn't have the Mantis tree anymore. So this is her current Mantis tree. The old Mantis tree low is just completely gone, and it really hurts her Mantis offense. So before, her Mantis tree was like this chunky low that was plus on hit, but now she's lost that. So she doesn't have really like threatening lows from Mantis anymore. When she did before, when she had that before. Tarantula 3 transition into Mantis is gone. So before she could do this on block and go into Mantis and then she can block from there, right? But now her Tarantula mix-up is a lot less scary because if you do this on block, every character in the game can punish you in some way. But in Tekken 7, you could do this on block, transition into Mantis stance, and then be safe from punishment. But in this game, that's no longer the case. For downward one, got tracking nerfs. So this move used to be like this fat downward one hitbox, right? But now the tracking on it got nerfed. It's still okay, but tracking nerf is certainly noticeable. Scarecrow 1+2 is no longer counter at launcher. So this was a counter at launcher, like a massive one, but that's no longer the case. So her Scarecrow 3 used to have a mid-mids, but now it's only mid-high. So there is no mid-mids now, there's only a mid-high. So it's a bit of a weird design choice to like take away transitions and take away moves from her stances that were important, but now this has also come. Scarecrow 1+2 also got a tracking nerf. So 1-3 into Scarecrow 1+2, nearly every character had to hold it before in Tekken 7, like they had to block it. But in this game, it's a lot easier to escape the Scarecrow 1+2 for certain characters. Scarecrow 4 was Zafina's main way of stopping the opponents from taking their turn during her transitions. And this used to be like a full launcher, like a huge like class 3 launcher, flying up in the air. But now it just does an instant tornado. So it's not too strong at the moment. So she does a lot less damage over Scarecrow 4. Her whole heat gimmick is not very strong. So she has some heat engagers. However, they're not quite good because they're all locks behind stances, most of them. And also her Dumford 4-1. This used to be, so in heats, most characters 14 frame gives some kind of follow-up, right? But hers doesn't. So other characters get like a launcher, but in Zafina's case, she only gets a follow-up. And her whole claw thing is that like she has to do combos that uses the claw gimmick, but she loses HP when she does it. So as you can see, she loses HP when she does these moves. So let's say for example the sample combo here. So that's her like staple combo, but as you can see, she lost life doing that. And unlike June, who is also a character that has like life loss mechanics, June can heal her life back really easily, while Zafina can't really. So Zafina struggles to get this life back. using her claw gimmick moves. So yeah, her heat gauges are pretty bad. The claw gimmick is not really good. The heat system in general is pretty bad for her. Her combos are pretty low damage, and her carry is pretty limited. So her carry is pretty limited, so as you can see. Yeah, something like this, you know, for example, her carry is pretty limited. She also got back 1/2, so this got damage nerf, and also it takes away life from her. It didn't before in Tekken 7, there was no cost to doing this, but now it takes away some of her life. So the whole thing is just not really justified for what she gets. It's not really justified. And also, this move is only in Scarecrow. So before, she had this in Tekken 7, just in neutral, no stances. But now, she can only do it in stance, she can only do it in Scarecrow. So this move was really good because it was amazing rent under, because it reaches full screen. It had it went under a lot of moves like highs and even a lot of mids as well. So this move was pretty decent to like finish rounds with, or just to keep them thinking about it, you know, since it goes under a lot of moves, but now that's no longer the case. So just in general, like her damage output is kinda bad across the board. Her heat system is pretty bad. She loses life going for certain moves that aren't really that strong in the first place, and she has no good way of getting it back. You saw all the nerfs I've shown in her punishments, in her counter launchers, in her stance transitions, so there is quite a bit lost. So yeah, that's generally why I think she is the worst character in the game. Like obviously every character is strong and every character can win obviously in tournaments, but I think Zafina in this game has taken a huge fall from grace. She went from being one of the best characters in Tekken 7 to, in my opinion, right now the worst character in Tekken 8. So let me know what you guys think.